Hello everyone! Winterspelll has returned to you once more, triumphantly ready to show you the amazingness of the Kingdoms of Amalur, the Re-Reckoning. A re-release of the original game, Kingdoms of Amalur, The Reckoning, produced by, I honestly forget the name of the studio. They went out of business, I believe it was THQ Nordic. They went out of business shortly after releasing the game, but then it was picked up again years later to be re-released. Make sure my sound is working. Yes, it is. Excellent. So it was re-released years later by another company. Released on more modern consoles, which I actually got it on my Switch. Very excited about that. And decided to get it here to stream it for you guys. So here they're telling kind of the story of the Tuatha, which are, well, they're fey creatures. In this world, we have human and elven races that are playable races. Gnomes are also here. I think gnomes are kind of like their version of like they're kind of like combined gnomes to be sort of like the dwarves, but less dwarf-like.
Beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen.
Like they have some qualities of like usual fantasy dwarves, but they're not actually considered dwarves. They are more traditionally gnomes, but like I said, with some dwarf-like characteristics. So the whole point of this game is Gadflow, who is a unseelie fae. There's the seelie and unseelie. These guys, the fae, they are these sort of supernatural beings. They're immortals that live in this world. The Tuatha are the ones in the red armor, by the way. So fae cannot actually die. If you kill them, they just kind of either reincarnate or they just kind of regenerate at some point.
We knew that it was only a matter
oh dear, that's a lot of them. So the idea is the unseelie fae, Gadflow, sort of possessed by this new god, killed the unseelie king and decided to, well, become the king, and started a war against the mortal races to try to take over the Fey lands. So the idea of this game also is that we are all really bound to the tapestry of fate, which is, you know, a pretty normal idea in fiction of things being predetermined, like, oh, you know, you can't fight fate, you know, using the tarot cards to read fate, things like that. So the whole idea of Kingdoms of Amalur is you are reborn using something called the Well of Souls. So your character died and then was essentially brought back to life in a new body. Although it's kind of hinted that it might be the same body. But pretty much you're brought back to life. These are gnomes, by the way. I absolutely love the artwork for this series. The music is fantastic. The gameplay, again, this is one of my favorite games. Like, it's pretty much just under Skyrim. So very good world building, very good character building. You can choose from the Almain, which are usually better for, you know, sort of smithing and warrior-like races. They are human. Also pretty good for kind of like a paladin build. The Varani, you can use them. They're kind of more Viking-like. You can still use them as a stealth character. Like you see, they got Detect Hidden, Lockpicking, and Mercantile. The other two races you have are two elven races. The Lojolsvar, which again, I'm sorry if I butcher these names. I can usually get them pretty accurately, but sometimes it's just hard to say. These guys are kind of better for your more shaman-like mages. Like, Lojolsvar are great for mages, because they have Sagecraft, which is combining different sage stones to create these gems that you can socket into armors and weapons to give them bonuses. Dispelling is... It's not... I mean, you'd think Exorcism probably on, like, the first level of it, but it's more like you're dispelling wards and such. And Alchemy, which is pretty self-explanatory. Then we have the Dokalfar, which is actually usually what I end up playing. I love these guys. So they're kind of like the Dark Elves. Lojolsvar are the Light Elves. These guys are usually what I use for most of my builds. I'll use maybe an Almain if I'm doing a warrior build, but most of the time I love playing Dokalfar. Especially since their city in this game is one of my favorite locations and favorite cities to be in. So they get Sagecraft +1, Persuasion +1, and Stealth +2. So quite honestly, Dokofar is what we're going for today. The build that we are looking to make is a pure mage character. Although, since I do intend to do all the faction quests, kind of like I'm doing in Skyrim, I do intend to do the Travelers, which are kind of like the Thieves Guild in this game. So stealth will be important. So we're grabbing the Dokofar to give me, you know, a little bit of bonus on stealth and persuasion, which are going to be very useful because I can easily build up the magical skills. So now you get to choose your patron god, essentially, which gives you a bonus. So we have the god of wisdom, Athene, or the goddess Athene, which gives you plus 10% mana. The goddess of love and beauty, Aurelia, 5% health and +1 chance to critical hit. Hey, what's happening? We got a watcher. How you doing? We have the god of death, Bellin, +1 chance to critical hit and +8 critical hit damage. This guy is definitely good to choose if you're doing like a pure rogue character, or if you want to hit really hard with fast weapons. We have the goddess of fate, magic, and luck, Lyria, 5% mana and +5% mana regen per second. Most likely going with this. The god of mischief, absolutely perfect, really, for pure rogues, because you actually get a poison skill later on. Lupoku, the god of mischief, patron of brewing, +6 poison damage and +6 poison resistance. You can also choose to be beholden to no god and get +1 experience point bonus. However, we will be going with Lyria, the goddess of fate, which I find also to be kind of funny, considering we are known as the fateless one in this game. So the cool thing about us here is we have no fate. Like, people in this world, they are beholden to the power of fate. I like this. But we have been, our bonds with the Tapestry of Fate have been severed, and we actually get the power to sort of manipulate it. We can absorb other people's fate and such as that. As one character later puts it in the game, we can absorb everything a being is, will be, and ever will do. So let's say that you kill a guy and absorb his fate. Let's say his child would go on to be a great warlord that would cause the deaths of thousands and plunge the world into a war and bring about perhaps even the collapse of several countries. You kill that guy and absorb his fate, his child is never born and never has a chance to be born. Like, I know and there's some like fiction where it's like, okay, so this fate was avoided with this person, but then there will still be a way to, you know, do it later. Yeah, there's no way. Like, this guy absorbs your fate, you're screwed. Everything is screwed. But the fate abilities are pretty cool in this game. They're very unique. I enjoy them. And they are part of the reason why this game is one of the best I've played. I do love the green eyes. That's pretty cool too, though. And of course, red eyes are always good. I think we're going to the green eyes. I just think they look really cool. Unless, is there purple? Although this does have more of a mystical look to them. These are always nice. I like this. We're going with this. We're not going for, like, very, very much double. Alright. Here are the hairstyles available to us. Kind of like the little beard. Very proper. Honestly, the mohawks never suited me. They can look good on some people, but I just never really got into them. Now this is a pretty cool hairstyle. Trying to give you guys like a look at see all the hairstyles available. This one's kind of edgy. I kind of like that. This one's good. This kind of looks a little like young and adventurous, but also mage-like. That just kind of looks like early 2000s Justin Bieber. Now this hairstyle I'd probably save for, you know, a warrior. That kind of looks better for a warrior because, you know, the hair is all pulled back. It's tightly bound, so it's like hard to grab in the middle of a battle. See, that's a good hairstyle for like a very heavy warrior. Because again, one of the biggest problems with having bigger hair or longer hair in combat is it can be grabbed. This style just works. Even if you literally put your hand on top of his head and try to grab his hair, it's not really going anywhere. I'm kind of feeling this one, honestly. Yeah, clean shaven's okay, but not as cool. Not really feeling the mutton chop. Okay, that's kind of cool. Not enough hair. Deux Ponce de Leon. Now he's kind of looking a little Obi-Wan-like, and I'm kind of feeling that. Too small. You know, that kind of looks pretty good. Oh, let me see. I'm kind of feeling more having a mustache and a full beard on this one. I am kind of mad they don't have my specific beard on here. Hey, Marinara, how you doing? I feel like that would be cooler if he had, like, the pointy beard under him. This one will definitely do. That, not slick enough. If this one was, like, sharper cut, I could feel it. Hey, you're on lunch. Nice job. Lunch is good. Lunch is very good to have. Kind of like this hair color for a mage. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling this. Like, that's kind of a cool look for him. We're going to go with this for now. Now, this would be the chance for you to get to add some jewelry. I think it's on his ear. Yeah. Like, I could see an earring. I'm not as much into the facial piercings personally, just because I have a very good imagination for pain, and I can just kind of imagine how it'd feel to poke a hole in my face. Do not really like the feel of it. I am a baby when it comes to pain. But the ears, I think I could handle that. I mean, that looks cool. I just couldn't. Okay, so septums don't hurt that bad. I kind of like this. Like, there's kind of a simple little ear loop. I kind of feel that. Looks dashing. Also have the chance to add facial tattoos, which I assume are kind of done in a more traditional style where they might have to be reapplied. Again, this is not something I know much about. Like, I've seen, like, a little bit of, like, tribal tattooing. But I don't, like I said, I don't know very much about it. I try not to speak too much on things I don't know about. But they have some very interesting tattoos here. Oh, I know. You can make some pretty cool characters. I'm kind of feeling that. Definitely feeling the red. Kind of thinking a forehead tattoo. Oh, I know. Honestly, this game has some very good options for piercings that we don't see in a lot of other games. And again, I just love the art style. So, let me see. Definitely want a tattoo around the face and, like, forehead. Because I'm feeling that. The sun just seems to be a bit too on the nose. Or, well, on the forehead. That's interesting. Like I said, I'm kind of feeling this because it looks kind of a bit like a crown. So I'm feeling this. Alright, so I'd say we have our character.
He's a Dockelfar. No surprise there. Seen a lot of them. They're not usually in this good a shape. Alright then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving.
So that one gnome is just like really mad at life, and I'm kind of enjoying it. He's everyone's crotchety gnome grandpa, and I'm just loving him.
We're done.
Like, I know he's going to die. I'm pretty sure he just straight up dies. Or maybe we kill him. So let's give him a name. Honestly, a name that I love is Rowan. I just really like that name. It kind of sounds mystical. Sort of like, you know, kind of Gaelic. Like, I'm really big into, you know, Gaelic legends. I love that the Tuatha is taken from the Tuatha De Danann, which I believe was a pantheon in Irish lore. Like, stuff about fairies, stuff about... Because, again, the Fae is big in Ireland. The Seelie and Unseelie Fae are actually real things in their legends. The Seelie Fae being considered more good, while the Unseelie Fae are considered more evil and more likely to hurt humans. So we'll encounter mostly Seelie Fae on our side, although the House of Sorrows that we encounter in another continent actually does... Oh yeah, we're in a pile of zombies. So poor Rowan. He's like, oh no! Ah, so many dead people! I need to get out of here! Oh god, it stinks! Oh! Still smells better than my room, though. Wait, do I have a room? Or do I just live in a cloud eating mist? We don't know where he lives. He's just kind of jumping off of a pile of corpses. I want to know why they're dumping a bunch of corpses inside this cave here, because it's pretty. And there's obvious workstations in this cave, so I'm like, so you guys gotta smell this while you're working. Okay. Here we are, taking our first steps. So this is kind of the tutorial dungeon that's inside the tower that has the Well of Souls. So here we got some movement. Got the guard button. Oh, this is actually pretty cool, like Kung Fu pose. I'm feeling it. We can press X to sprint, which I appreciate. Ooh, what's in the skeleton? 9 gold. Things that are glowing like this means there's loot, or we need to read it. I need to pull the lever. Alright, so we're taking this sword. Now let's equip that sword. So there's many types of weapons in this game. We have long swords, which are one-handed. They're fast and deal lower damage, but again, have the speed. We've got great swords, which are fantastic. Two-handed weapons, slower but deal very high speed. Oh, we can also press the square here to use our attack. Huh! Oh dear.
Scatter, children of dust. Scatter
Oh, she did.
the might of the Tuatha.
I know there's like a roll button. Ah, there we go. Circle is the roll. Kind of Dark Souls style. Huh! Kill the boxes! They had it coming. There was no consoling them. Oh god, giant rats. Okay. So I did turn the tutorials off, simply because, you know, I've played this game before. But I will have to, you know, check out a few buttons. Just to, you know, say like, okay, well, this is what this button does, this is what this button does. Because I've only played this on the 360 and my Switch. And, you know, the PlayStation is kind of a different animal. So let's keep going down here. Ooh. So yeah, they call us the Children of Dust because we're mortals. And, you know, we got that death thing going on. Man, we got some big feet.
Up there, please help me.
Huh!
Please. More mortal scum.
Boy, I'm not even sure if I'm mortal at this point. How you doing? I've been brought back to life from a magic well. Huh! Alright. There's also 3 different types of armor in this game that are very good. Ensel, how you doing? Ensel? Maybe it's Ensel.
I've seen you.
He's like, wait, you did? I am? Well, nobody told me.
You were dead. It worked.
They got some good voice acting in this game, too.
You're
Like,
alive.
I don't remember if there's any, like, big-ticket names like they have in the Elder Scrolls, but the actors that they got were really good. Alright. What happened to me?
Well, you died.
You don't
I
say.
don't know how or even where, but your body was remade in the Well of Souls and somehow...
So they were trying out like a reincarnation kind of experiment, trying to pretty much copy what the Fae can do. If they die, their body's gonna re-emerge somewhere.
Professor
Who's
Forrest
Hughes?
The Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these.
Yeah, hurry. What's that? No, we're gonna explore everything.
Let's get going.
Where is Hughes?
On the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And safe.
I don't know if he's there.
Let me get this.
Or do I? So yeah, there's 3 types of armor. There's armor built with stealth effects, or well, rogue effects, really. There's armor built with mage effects, and there's armor built with warrior effects. So like mage armor, you can probably assume increases like magic regeneration, spell power, mana, things like that. And the rogue armor increases like critical hits, critical damage. We're gonna put it on for now just because we kind of need it. This is rogue armor. You see, it gives like critical damage. It can have some things to do with pardon me. Have some things to do with poison, because poison's really big for rogues. And warrior armor tends to increase your blocking efficiency.
Our greatest invention.
And of course, like Skyrim, I've left the subtitles on so you guys can easily see what people are saying. Oh, that's pretty. Those look bad. Yep, those are bombs. Oh boy! Okay, we're gonna stay away from there. Oh, well, apparently not. Alright, we're gonna keep moving. Whee! Running! I must also pull this lever. Alright. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Roll with it, bruh. Hey, I wanted to smash those boxes. I'm pretty sure we'll find some useful stuff. Gonna get some gold. So, I think I got the Fatesworn edition, so I was able to download the Fatesworn DLC for free. I'm pretty sure that also holds all the other DLC that's available to us. I'm not entirely sure. Like, the edition that I bought on my Switch, the Re-Reckoning edition, gave me all the DLC except for Fatesworn, because Fatesworn had not been released yet. But we will see. We'll see what they gave us here. I think I'll pretty much know once I get to the first town, because if I still have that DLC, it's going to show me it inside a box of items we can get. Which, as you level up, those items will get stronger. So if you pick them up at a higher level, you get stronger items. But personally, I always pick them up earlier because they do give you a really great start in any playthrough, so you have a decent weapon to begin. And they have great effects that help you level up faster. So quite honestly, I see no reason to wait to pick them up, simply because they're free for me to get, and they give you a really good, solid start to your character. I am actually really liking his design. Ooh, who hit me? Who hit me? I'm loving his design. Somebody hit me.
Archers up ahead. Let's shoot them before they see us.
And looks like triangle is still our secondary weapon. So since I am going to play as a mage, I'm actually not going to use that bow for very long. As soon as I get something called a scepter, that's actually when I'm going to... That's what I'm going to switch over to my secondary weapon. It uses my magic bar to shoot projectiles. So I'm going to use that because, honestly, I want to use it. And as long as I have magic... We're going to pick up those lockpicks. I have infinite ammo. I mean, it's like I said, it's not like entirely infinite. Sorry. It's based on how much magicka I have. But it's still useful. And I can use it a little faster than the arrows. Plus, since I'm going a full mage build, I don't exactly want to use the arrows, because then I'd have to invest points into the stealth tree, and I don't want to do that because I need all my points in magic.
Daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware.
Oh yeah, no, daggers are great. I like daggers. But I already know, like, what kind of... Nope. Alright, how do I do stealth here? Okay. Alright, that's the radio menu. Okay, still trying to figure out how we're doing stealth. Well, that's map. It's plus... Okay, no idea.
More
Nope.
up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
All right. Okay. What's sneak? Aggressive movement. Oh, R1. There we go. All right. And we're doing this, we want to practice our stealth. That is nice. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do that with the weapons that I intend on using. But it's still fun to try. And I have turned on the hide helmet option, simply because I really do like being able to look at my character's face when I spent so much time crafting it. Let me try another one of these. Because this is fun. I like doing stealth kills. You guys already know that, considering what you've seen me do in Skyrim. Alright, we're gonna loot the body. What do you have? Just gold? Okay. I mean, I'll take it. It's gold. Ah, here's where we'll get introduced to abilities.
In the presence of magic.
Okay.
Perhaps there is more to you than it seems.
So we get Stormbolt off the bat. That is going to be one of our biggest abilities we're going to use. Oh, I know, it's all cool. Shiny! Okay. And we get some mage stuff? Yes, good. Now we get some mage stuff. Nice. Yeah, Stormbolt's going to be pretty huge for us. And eventually we'll be able to actually call down a thunderstorm, and it's going to be awesome. Like, personally, I think pure mage run-throughs are some of the most fun things, fun playthroughs you can do. Because you get access to such cool abilities. Ah, good. Hand wraps. So yeah, we're putting on stuff to boost our magical regeneration. Because that's going to be pretty big. That is a giant spider. Bye. And now you are dead. Alright, we got a staff. So this is one of the weapons we're going to be using for pretty much the whole time. It's got slow speed, but pretty powerful attacks. I truly enjoy it. Although I don't usually use them, we're also going to try the chakrams, which is a mid-range weapon.
Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through.
We're going to also try chakrams in this playthrough, which again I don't usually use. It's a mid-range weapon for mages, but I've been told we can actually do them for sneak attacks and get those damage. So you know what? They're actually going to be pretty good mid-range weapons for us. So we're going to try them. What's in the spider sack? Ah, good. Shoes, mana potion. We're going to avoid the bones. I don't need the bones. Alright, we're straight up styling now. We're just missing a headpiece. Now we are a mage. You're a wizard, Harry. Burn. Oh look, more giant spiders. If you got arachnophobia, I'm sorry. Because we're going to be seeing a lot of these spiders. I mean a lot of these spiders. Enough that it actually freaks me out a little bit. Okay. Burn the boxes. Burn the boxes. How much gold do we have now? Hey, 242. That is quite literally nothing. Alright. That's on fire. I didn't do that. Do I look like the Tuatha?
This is where we part ways.
Oh no, you mean the guy that did not actually do really anything to help me is going to leave my service? Oh no, oh no. I'm so sorry. I need more help.
These might be able to help. If the Tuatha
Cool.
realize what you are, you'll need them.
I get some potions.
He's directly ahead in his study.
Alright, so persuasion's actually really good in this game. It gets you some nice stuff.
Right now, you're the most valuable thing.
So we are definitely going to use it.
Go on. There isn't time to waste. I'll see you on the other
Okay.
side.
No, back to work is a terrible idea. We're just going to get this stuff so we can sell it.
Nothing protects quite leather armor is thin, but will give you the speed to simple cloth freeze your body and mind.
Hey, enjoy your day.
Just prefer it.
Hope to see you later. You know, a marinara, everyone. Our favorite sauce. Alright. More shiny green stuff. This is probably not fantastic. Again, really loving the artwork and attention to detail in this game. Like, they really went above and beyond. It is a shame that the original studios went out of business, because this game could have, like, launched all their careers. And I really do hope you guys like the name of the series. Fate? What's that? I had a few names I was considering, including Fate? We don't need no stinking Fate. Fate? I barely know her. And Fateless in Seattle. But I kind of figured that would be a little too close to, you know, other movies and quotes and stuff. So I thought this would be funny and original.
And look at you. Even
This man needs a haircut.
the Tuatha, your return from the dead? Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I'm Fomerus Hughes.
Yeah, I'm
and
very
this is my
confused.
laboratory
What are you?
at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing: the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only
It seems
had
to have
the
taken you a
time,
long time.
so much we might learn from one another.
What's going
To
on?
explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet.
I mean, I've been setting everything on fire, so I think they might know about me just a little bit.
I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe.
Let's get out of here.
Right, I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, where are you going? Fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow... yes, as I was
So he
saying,
says that we need to stay safe, but then I will now proceed to go take down an entire kingdom of Unseelie Fae, set everything on fire, deal with multiple big bads throughout the entirety of the game, and almost die so many times that it's just absolutely incredible. So I don't really know what he thinks about me staying safe, because safe is like the furthest thing of what's going to happen right now.
No matter what else, stay alive.
I mean, it's not like I intended to... Ooh. Okay, so Hughes is showing like some big boss energy right here. He's like the size of a child and literally just ran through an army of like immortal warriors saying, you know what? Follow me! And stabbed them. I love this guy. Hughes is cool in my book. Want to run faster? I like sitting down. Alright. Oh hey, you need to die. There you go. Hey! Although I am kind of sad you can't make a punching character in this game. That would be hilarious. For those of you who did not know, you can make a punching character very easily in Skyrim. You just gotta have, like, the right enchantments and right perks. There isn't, like, a one-handed skill tree. Or, I mean, sorry, not one-handed. An unarmed skill tree like there is in Oblivion. But punching is still very fun in Skyrim, and I've actually made a boxing character where he did punch a dragon to death, and it was hilarious. Nope. We're gonna take out the Tuatha first. Oop, no. Thank you. Just because I don't want them in my way. So those guys actually resist most magic. That's the problem. We're Dark Souls in this. Roll around! You cannot... Ow. Nope, you caught me. Nope, you didn't. Ooh, nice. That did not go well for me. Alright. Oh, I'm out of ammo? I didn't notice. Ah! Rolled right into that. We're gonna get out of the way. Now! Daddy, I don't want to be on Namek anymore. Good, you died. Oh, what's this? Alright, so we just kind of absorbed his fate, I think, right there. My eyes were glowing. Okay, that's something. What do you got on you? Oh, we got a ring. Oh, plus 5 health. So yeah, shards can be used for sage crafting, which, like I said, those are the gems we can slot into different armors and weapons. You know, we're going to use the Squire's Ring. It's free 5 health. I'm taking it. Whew! And you can get houses in this game. That's just pretty cool. You cannot get married, though. Which is unfortunate, because there's some cool candidates in this game for that. Like, there's this healer lady that just seems absolutely sweet and wonderful. I'm like, you know what? I would take her out to dinner. And her hair is fabulous. Whew, okay, we're not going back in there, apparently. Hey, we get a level up, and Goreheart has been added to the map. Speaking of the map, here is the Feylands. One of the things I really do like about this game is it is very nicely... oh, we got a trophy, Reborn. That must be for doing the tutorial. Oof. I think this is the stuff on the... in the post-game. So, one of the things I really do like about this game is that there are very easily defined sections to be in. I think it makes it easier to navigate. I appreciate that. And there are very distinct environments, and I appreciate it. Ah, there it is, Rathir, the Dark Elven City. Love it. One of my favorite places. So here, the Feylands. Also the Teeth of Naros, where we will be going eventually for the DLC quest, which is pretty amazing. Alabastra, the home of the Unseelie Fae and Gadflow. Oh my gosh. I think, yeah, no, this is the that pirate DLC thing, I think. I forget. The Dead Cal. Right. Alright, so let's give ourselves a level up. This game does use... this game uses experience points to level up, which I appreciate. It does make it easier to grind. I believe the level cap is 40, though I do think that was raised to 50 or 60 with the addition of the Fatesworn DLC. So I will have to check on that. So these are the skills. When you level up, you can put 1 point into any of these. There's Alchemy, Blacksmithing, Detect Hidden, which we are actually going to be putting... We're going to try to get this as much as we can, because the last Detect Hidden allows us to have treasures and lore stones displayed on our mini-map. Lore stones you're going to see in a moment, and I will explain them when I run into one. We have the Dispelling skill tree, which is, like I said, you're dispelling wards, lockpicking, mercantile. All these are pretty self-explanatory. Persuasion, which we will be taking some of this, because, again, we want to have a smooth-talking character. Sagecraft with those gems, and Stealth. It's like Stealth and Detect Hidden are going to be huge skills for us that we're going to do. Confirm that. Secondarily, we have these skill trees, one for Might, one for Finesse, which is Stealth, and one for Sorcery, which is Magic, and what we're going to be using. We get 3 points per level to put into these. Different things only unlock once you have a certain amount of points in here. So first, we're going to take a couple points in Stormbolts. We're going to take all the points in Stormbolt. Later, when we meet a Fate Weaver, which are guys that, they're essentially, they read your fate, and they can also help you reinvest your skill points and such. After we meet Argath, Fate Weaver, we will be able to choose a destiny for ourselves, which is kind of like your build. You get to choose them based on the certain amounts of points you have in each skill tree. And also, your skill tree points also affect how much health you can get and how much mana. We're going to be getting a lot of mana since we're investing points in the skill tree. We won't get as much health, so we're also going to be looking for items that boost our health. And we'll be getting our healing ability on the mana skill tree. You can see the armor is at the top right. You also have the status screen, which will show us the lore stones, skills we have, our different the different effects that we have. There are buffs or debuffs, and twists of fate. So twists of fate are something we will encounter in this game. Usually they're rewarded after the completion of certain quests or certain quest lines, they are permanent buffs to your character that affect your build. Like, there's one that you can get later on in the game that, once it's activated, you get increased experience points. The Twist of Fate at the end of the House of Ballads quest line gives you increased damage with Fey Blades. You know, at the end of the Mage's quest line, you get a Twist of Fate that affects your spells and such. You know, things like that. So when building a character in Amalur, it's always good to look at what Twists of Fate are awarded to you and make sure that you do those quest lines that give you the ones you need. Like, we will be doing, for example, like the War Sworn, which is the Fighters faction, for the purpose of this stream, even though we are a mage character. For example, like, we're going to do it, but on a normal playthrough, I usually wouldn't for a mage, because honestly, the Twist of Fate affects hammer damage. I'm not using hammers. Like, the stuff you get is warrior stuff, warrior weapons, but we're doing it to show you the playthrough, because, you know, I do try to do everything on a single character, so it's more congruous for you guys to see, easier to process. Alright, we also have the save game option here, which we are going to do. Ah, good. So it's not doing the Skyrim save, it actually stays on the same screen. I appreciate that. Okay, so it looks like the graphics are looking pretty clear on the PS4. Very sharp, very crisp. I'm appreciating that. Because I've only been playing it on my Switch Lite for months. So I'm looking at a much smaller screen than my TV. We can collect alchemical ingredients to get reagents throughout the world. Excuse me. There's a lot of stuff built in. Hello, stags. Completely missed. Okay, don't worry about that. We got our mini-map up there. Alright, so on the top left we have the red bar is our health bar. The middle bar there that's black, that is going to be our fate bar. So we can unleash Reckoning mode, which we will see later. The bottom bar there is our mana, which is used to activate abilities. You can see I have what looks like a quiver and arrows. When you have a bow equipped, that shows how much ammo you have, which does regenerate over time, so don't worry. You don't have to, like, buy arrows. We're going to check inside this puddle, see what it is. Ooh, a shard. And you can see our mini-map, like I said, on the top right there. The yellow circle is our quest objective. You can see different things in the map. Eventually you'll be able to see, like, enemies marked on there. You can see reagents marked on there, things like that. It's a very comprehensive map, and I appreciate that. This is this basic flame handle. Like, this is something you can find. You can find parts of weapons and armor all around the world that you can use to craft. I'm not going to pick it up because I'm not using swords. And I don't feel like going through the trouble of selling it. Alright, so we can see on the map here, there's a little cave here. We're going to go in here. Ah, yes, bunch of rats. I just love how the reagents, they like just fall over once you pick them. That's hilarious to me. As you also progress in the skill tree for weapons and such, you will actually get to pick up... You'll get to pick up different skills and abilities you can use. Alright, so this is the lock picking. Can adjust the lock. And we move the slider. If it starts to shake, then you know it's going to break. You want to get it all the way to the right side. We're going to pick up a few things to sell. Blow up all the boxes. You can also try to force it. I try not to. Eventually you can get a Prismere pick, which you can spend one of them in order to auto-pick a lock. Over here, this is the spelling I was telling you about. It's timed. You have to try to hit things in the right order. It's kind of difficult. If you don't hit it in the right order, if you run out of time, it will explode. And, ooh, that's actually not bad. We picked up a really rare item, just... Oh my. We're equipping that. Plus 7 health, plus 1 lockpicking, plus 1 stealth. So we are definitely going to use that. Alright, so yeah, you can unlock different attacks for your weapons. I'm not doing that yet. I'm going to focus on some abilities, just so I can give myself a bit of a good start. These are shrines. You can activate them to confer a temporary bonus. Alright, more reagents. That's a bear. Hello, my friend. Hey, it's old cranky grandpa.
You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here?
I walked into you. Did you know about the attack?
I had no idea anything like that would happen. The Well of Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project.
Oof, he's an informant.
Information about its progress.
So yeah, you're gonna see. We're gonna add points to skill trees. I'm gonna try out a couple of weapons and raise some skill levels before I start investing into different charge attacks and such, because I want to get a few abilities first.
I don't have. Okay.
Okay, so he's going to give us some money so we don't kill him.
Plus what I got paid for the information. I don't want any part of this.
Odessa is the home of the gnomes. It's their capital city. Okay. So another reason the mage run through I think is just so cool. Oh nice, we got him. Is you gain access to a lot of protective abilities as well. Like a shield, the healing ability, you get a summoning ability. Completely overshot it. So I think it's one of the strongest, most broken builds you can do. But it's different for each person. Got some wolves. The combat's pretty good in Amalur. I really like it. Alright, we discovered that. We're not going to go into it now because we don't need to. But we discovered that for the experience points. Because I try to level up as quickly as possible when I'm playing Amalur. Just because I really do need to get more and more skill points. Alright, so we're going to meet Agarth now. He's doing his fate thing, doing a little reading. He might be drunk.
You've come from the tower, haven't you?
No.
Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old fate weaver, eh?
Alright, like I said, these are the guys that kind of read fate and help people out.
Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame.
I believe he's a Varani. I think. What makes you think he's dead?
That the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes' success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly. Although we did a lot of drinking.
I mean, that's how you take bad news.
I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes.
So the persuasion is already coming in real handy.
Whichever.
Ah, good, we got some potions. That's okay, I was dead too.
Then that means it all makes sense now.
It does?
This morning, I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Okay. Ah, some Tuatha. I say we kill them. Ouch. Even more of them. Alright, so now we're going to show you the Reckoning mode. Oh, that's really cool. Reckoning mode. It greatly increases our speed and attack power. It lasts until either your fate meter runs out or your fate shift an enemy. Fate shift is when we absorb their fate and such, and it can increase our experience points gained. Alright, so we move near an unraveling enemy, and we press X to perform the Fate Shift. Uses the remaining Fate energy to destroy all unraveling foes and grants you an experience bonus. And we gotta press the right button. There we go, we just absorbed all their Fate. He's like, what did you do? I don't know. What did you do?
What are you?
I am me.
Fate. I've seen them before, but I've never
So we
seen
manipulate the
anyone
threads of
manipulate
fate
like
in the
that.
tapestry of
You
fate.
just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
Plot armor.
You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible?
Story writing?
I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you.
Are we sure about
I
that?
promise not to tell you if I see your death.
Alright. So he is really freaked
That would
out
be
now.
my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes.
Alright, show me my fate.
You're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much.
I'm real. You must be drunk.
I am.
He readily admits he's
Someone
drunk.
whose fate was just missing. Not even when I was drunk as the king of ballads. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
Alright, so now we've unlocked our destinies. So we were the Fateless one. Now we have access to Acolyte for mages, Rogues for, well, rogues, and Brawlers for fighters. Later we get the chance to, depending on how much we invest in other skill trees, we can choose either the Might path, Finesse path, or Sorcery path. We'll be going down Sorcery. We're going all the way up to Archmage. We'll need 109 points in Magic to do so. And it gives you different abilities based on what path you choose. There's also the chance to do mixed destinies like Finesse Sorcery, Might Sorcery, then Might Finesse. I've done Finesse Sorcery before and Might Sorcery. They're pretty cool. And then you have the Jack of all trades option. The Might Finesse Sorcery. The Universalist option is not truly horrible. And technically is like the epitome of what the Fateless one could be. I've never actually done it. But it's something I might do someday. It's interesting. Personally, I just didn't like the idea of having to balance all my equipment between 3 different classes, balance my abilities between 3 different classes. Because I would rather be amazing at one thing than mediocre at 3, you know? Because it is difficult to build a Universalist. Alright. Like I said, we are going with Acolyte. So we get plus 25 elemental damage and 10% mana cost reduction. You're terrible at this.
It's the truth. At least, I think it is. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that. Or maybe the cause.
What did I do?
To doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the time.
Well, that's nice.
That's just it.
So I don't have fate, apparently.
But that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
What could this all mean?
Alright. Welp, I'm an abnormality. Okay. Alright, so up here is the lore stone. So these are things you're going to find dotted all around the landscape. When you click on them, you get an experience point bonus, and it starts to tell you a story.
Of all the songs in halls of
Now, if you complete each set of lore stones, you actually get bonuses for each one. For example, like if you find all the Odorath stones, you get plus 4 damage with melee versus humans. If you get all the Yulven stones, you get plus 10% poison damage versus Fae. You know, things like that. Oof. So, this is also why I like to find as many lore stones as I can. And I like to get my Detect Hidden up to the full power, because then I can just go in each area, check the map, and find every lore stone available. So, honestly, finding lore stones is also just fun for me. I enjoy it. Oh, we're going to save. And, you know, it's interesting to hear what they say. So, with this, we're going to end this first stream for now. I hope you guys really enjoyed our first look into the Kingdoms of Amalur, the Re-Reckoning Fatesworn Edition. And next time we will be starting around, we're going to be exploring the area, picking up our first real weapons and equipment. You know, doing a few quests to try to level up before we head off to try to do something. So one of the quests we're going to want to do, like as soon as possible, is the Mage's quest line. Unfortunately, I need to progress to a certain area in the main quest before I'm able to even access the Mage's Guild. So we're going to have to do some main quest. But honestly, I think you're going to like what you see. We got some good times ahead of us. Like I said before, the time slot for this particular series is going to be on Thursdays, with our flex days moving to Sundays. Again, I don't usually stream on Fridays, but I decided I'm going to give you guys like a couple of videos today, you know, to premiere Amalur. Fridays might end up being, if I got the day off, might end up being like premiere days for me. But on normal days, they would be days off. So Amalur is going to be on Thursday, and our new flex day is Sunday. So again, the current schedule right now is Sundays being flex days, Mondays being Elder Scrolls Online, Tuesdays being Digimon, Wednesdays being Skyrim, and Thursdays being Kingdoms of Amalur. I really hope you guys are going to enjoy this. I've got a lot more series planned for the future. I've got several games waiting for after certain series are completed to try to work them out. I really hope you guys are excited for what's coming. I'm going to keep trying to build this channel. You know what? Tell your friends about me. Send them my way. We've got 16 subscribers now. Almost 60 videos. Like, we're going to take YouTube by storm. I say let's do it. So again, thank you for joining me. I'm really excited to continue bringing you guys content. And I will see you in the next episode. This is Winterspelll signing off.